should mention Contagion. Contagion was a film that really did redefine a lot of things for us because it's going to make us all paranoid about looking at each other, isn't it, from now on? No one's going to sneeze and say bless you anymore. They'll just go, ah! Because of Contagion. You watch. Apparently, the interesting thing about that, just so you know, the director of that said that we are well overdue. He did scientific studies, and apparently we're well overdue of academic and academic.
Academic?
No,
Pandemic.
and pandemic. What's the word when when everyone gets sick? A pandemic.
A balls up.
That'll do. We're well overdue a balls up. So Contagion will probably be a documentary sooner or later. Oh, speaking of documentaries, the greatest movie ever sold. Very good. Morgan Spurlock. Excuse me. I recommend it to everybody. It's a film about product placement in movies, and the joke is he pays for his movie just by using product placement. Very clever. Morgan Spurlock returning to form. He did Super Size Me previously. Very, very good. I recommend it to all. Hannah came out this year. What did you think, sir?
I didn't see that, and people like me who've seen and loved the film Leon says it's similar to that, and you don't feel that it's ripped it off. It's still a great piece of
Honestly,
film.
I thought Hannah was very, very good, and I think it's a film that people should see. Sacha Cohen. Oh, no, Sacha Cohen. I forget her name. The girl who's in it, she's very good, and she will go very high places. And it's worth mentioning that Tom Hollander is the most ridiculous thing. He is both evil. He is just an evil, evil human. He is some kind of asexual, Nazi murdering, child molester killer, and he walks around the whole thing in a tracksuit. He's just brilliant. Nothing more can I say about him apart from that he is absolutely exceptional. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, very, 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 very good. If you haven't seen the originals, definitely see the sequel. I mean, the remake, very, very good. Excellent, excellent film. Brilliant performance by Rooney Mara, completely transforms herself, and I didn't mean Rooney Mara, that is his name, yeah. And Daniel Craig completely transforms himself from James Bond. It's sort of like if James Bond was a manic depressive, this would be it. Yeah, that's it. That's all I've got to say about it. Is that it's a very, very good film. I recommend it heavily, but it's still really nasty. And it's David Fincher, who's an incredibly good director. He did Fight Club previously, and he also did Seven. So he's got a great back catalogue to refer back to. Attack the Block. It deserves it. That's all it deserves, and there'll be no...
I didn't mind that movie. You really didn't like it.
I really didn't like it because it wasn't scary enough to be a horror. It wasn't sci-fi enough to be a sci-fi, and it has characters in it, main characters, who you truly hated.
But
they robbed someone in the first 5 minutes.
To actually laugh at it because it's laughing at itself.
No, because it wasn't funny enough to be a comedy.
It was
supposed to be a comedy. No, it's supposed to be a comedy. It is sold as a horror comedy. The line in it, this is just too much madness. This is too much madness to send in one text, is a comedy line, right? I didn't like the character Moses. I thought good cast, but I just didn't get... And by the way, Nick Frost, why did he turn up? Why did he... But, to be fair, that was good fun. Listening to the director, and you forgive me because I don't remember who he is, but listening to the director, Joe Cornish, I think his name is, yes. He justified himself very well and explained exactly why he did everything. I think the film is elevated if you listen to the director. It's one of the few films that does. I still didn't like it, though. I thought it was acceptable, but I didn't think it was good by any means.
That's the sound of the police! That's the sound of the beast! That's the sound of the police!
Okay, sequels. Too good, too bad this year, in my opinion. And Final Destination 5 in between. You've not seen Final Destination 5, have you?
No.
Okay. It is another Final Destination in the Final Destination series. They've really got to get there soon, to the afterlife, because it's starting to get annoying. Okay. Here's the thing. The epic ending is usual, the epic beginning is usual, the horrible, horrible tragedy that happens, and then the coroner turns up, who always turns up, the Candyman coroner, and says, oh, what you could do is you can, if you want to, you don't have to die, you could kill somebody and then you take on their life. You take on the days that they were going to live. Undermining the entire point of all the other films, but that doesn't matter. Right, here's the thing about Final Destination that I'm starting to think about now, is if death controls reality, why did he take so long to kill him? Why not just drop a piano on him? Why have you got like in the thing about Final Fantasy V is there's none of the deaths are as imaginative as the first death in the second death in the first film when the brother hangs himself, you know, the bar.
Mm-hmm.
That was really imaginative, that death. And none of them are as fun as when the kid gets flattened by the glass in the second film.
Yeah.
Nothing compares to those. It's all very much beheading, fire, ECT, electrocution. It's all the usual things. Stop, drop and roll. Not that good. Not that good. However, it has the most brilliant ending I've seen in a long time for a film. Really has an amazing ending, which I won't spoil, but it's really brilliant. But the 3D is pointless, and the opening sequence goes on for 5 minutes. It's just titles, right? Not anything else. It's just title card. It goes on for 5 minutes, and it's just objects being thrown at panes of glass. And you're like, oh, it's coming towards us. It's coming towards us. No, it's not coming towards us. It's 3D. It's pointless. I hated that part of it. And it should have been shorter, personally. Should have been not made, but there you go. Mission Impossible 4. I thought it played its cards close to his chest. I thought it kept the surprises coming, and it's clear that it's by the director of The Incredibles and Bolt and Up. Very good film. Fun. It's just a fun film. Nothing more. You watch it, you enjoy it, you leave. Nothing more. You don't need to take anything away from it. Pirates of the Caribbean 4 on Stranger Tides. Here's what I have to say about Pirates of the Caribbean 4.
Moving on.
And that's my review of the film. It was so unbelievably boring. Most of the... all they do is sit on a boat. That's it. That's it for the entire film. And it has Ian McShane in it as Blackbeard. You have Lovejoy as an evil Blackbeard. It doesn't work. And Naomi Cruz and not Penelope Cruz is in it for no reason. And Captain Jack. No, it's just without merit, without description. But it's interesting because they have a Christian as the main character, and he is the good person whoever is gathered around. So that is interesting to see a film that has a Christian as the main character. And I was interested in that, and did redeem it greatly. Transformers 3.
Another film that shouldn't be made.
The Dark of the Moon. I don't know why it isn't called The Dark Side of the Moon, by the way. I presume it's because Pink Floyd didn't want it. Another brick in the wall, I presume. Hang on, was it Prince? Did Prince do Dark Side of the Moon or Pink Floyd? Write in if you know.
Good thing we don't do that for movie.
Appalling. Appalling without merit. Here's what I have mostly against the film. Forget that it's robots hitting each other. Real Steel was robots hitting each other.
Hobos hitting each other.
Hobos hitting each other. Hobo shotgun.
Yeah.
Yep. Robots hitting each other was done well in Real Steel.
I'd pay for hobos to hit each other.
Would you? No, it's called a bum fight. Let's not get into this. We've got listeners. We've got listeners. I think it's a film... It was supposed to be all very different this time, and it wasn't. Right? That's the thing. The film has... It looks like... there are points of the film, right? Have you seen it? Sorry.
I chose not to.
Okay, right.
Because I've seen the first and second movie.
The Chernobyl disaster, you know the disaster in Chernobyl?
Yeah.
That is apparently now a Transformers-related incident. I wonder to myself, how is that going to play to the Chernobyl crowd? Oh, you know that disaster that happened? It was ours. LOL! No! No, Michael Bay. You are so idiotic. This is the problem. It starts off, oh, action, action, action. Then it goes into deep plot. Then it goes action, action, action. It's like Michael Bay fell sick halfway through the shooting of his own film, right? It goes into, I don't know, and there's definitely, it's like a schizophrenic movie, right? Half of it says this: you may lose faith in yourself, but never in everyone. Excellent, excellent idea. I praise that highly for that message. At the same time, this message is produced, but we definitely need these massive, huge robots to come and save the day, or we'd all be dead. It is like going, I like humans, I like robots, but which is better? There's only one way to find out. No. I'm done. Sorry, that's it for Transformers. Read my review if you want more of a rant, but I went for about 2,000 words on it then. But I can't be bothered now.
Were there any Nazis in it?
Nazi robots, yes, probably. Nazi robots, yes, quite likely. The best thing in it is John Malkovich. Potter. Ended well, really well. Really, really, really amazingly well. It ended so brilliantly. There is nothing I can't give it any more praise than I already have, that film. A lot of Christians will come out and say, it's evil, I don't care, I still think it's a brilliant movie. I still think it's incredible, and I still think it deserves all the praise it gets, and honestly, I loved it. I really did love it. And that's Potter. And for my money, by the way, of the films that I've seen, I think that is Film of the Year. I will get to Film of the Year in a minute, though. I do think that Twilight needs to be mentioned. I think it was amazingly brilliantly directed, Twilight. The best one yet. I think the end sequence is just heartbreaking. I think it's a well put together film. I think that it's a pain that R. Pat still has to be in. I think it's a pain that Kirsten Stewart has to be in. R. Pat I can take, and Taylor Lautner I can take. Everyone else I can take. I just can't take Kirsten Stewart. She's so boringly useless, so appalling. All she does is be moody. That's it. And for the other half of the film, R. Pat is moody. And, no, it's just foolishly bad. I know a lot of women have gone to see that film to see the sex scene. By the way, it's really pants.
You're disappointed by the sex scene.
And this is the thing that really upsets me about Twilight. Really, really upsets me. Right, in the credits, okay, there are 5 credits. 5, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Kirsten Stewart, Christian Stewart, I can't remember the order quite, so I'm going to add them. Christian Stewart, Robert Pattinson, Taylor Lautner, Bill Bray, who's her dad, and then Michael Sheen, right? Michael Sheen is not in the film at all. He's in an extra scene at the end of the movie, and he is 5th on the credits. Do you know how they work out the credits?
Gun.
The credits are in order of who was paid the highest. He is paid 5th highest in the movie. There's at least 100 people in the movie. 5th highest. Well, see, that isn't even in the film. It's an extra scene at the end of the movie. It's in the credits. That's when he turns up. To be fair, he's the best thing about the movie. He doesn't earn his paycheck, but oh man alive. On that note,
if you haven't got problems, I feel bad for your son. I got 99 problems and a bitch ain't one. But a bitch ain't one.